football playoffs, and we're going to start with the 2AA bracket where we have just one team left. That would be Southwest Onslow. They were in action tonight back in Pine Tops taking on North Davidson. And the visitors, well, they came ready to play. Themis Foltz is the quarterback, and he is looking for Jacob Foltz. And Foltz has got it for the score. North Davidson has the lead, and they would run away with this one. Southwest Edgecombe trying to come back. Jarrell Collins is going to score, but their season comes to an end as North Davidson goes into Pine Tops and wins at 42-14, eliminating all of our local teams out of the 2AA playoffs. Next up for North Davidson, if you're into that kind of thing, they are going to play Ledford. The top seed beats Hertford County, while Shelby knocks out North Lincoln, and High Britain takes out Bandy's. High Britain, the defending champs, will be back in the Western Finals next week. Man, we've got some great games to show you, including that huge rematch between Southwest Onslow and Wallace Rose Hill. We're going to take you to the corral and see which team dressed in orange and black would come out victorious. The Blitz will be right back.
Ready for high school football, News Channel 12.
We are into the state quarterfinals. 3 more wins get you a state championship.
We're going to beat these bulls in the ground.
So there's only one thing to do.
Get to work. Do your job.
On this 3rd round playoff edition of the Blitz. The Riverside Knights high-flying offense hope to have an ace up its sleeve when they travel to Edenton to take on a John Holmes team that has come up big all season. A battle of green and gold undefeated. Kinston took its show on the road to try and knock off Northeastern. And the orange and black are back. Southwest Onslow and Wallace Rose Hill meeting for the 4th time in 2 years, but only one of these heavyweights would be left standing. We're only asking you to do one thing.
Do your job.
And watch all of our great highlights.
The Blitz starts now.
If we are working hard, does that mean we are doing our job?
I love Coach Motzinger and all of his pep talks. I love to just be in the huddle with him.
Well, he had to give himself and his team a big pep talk tonight. Wallace Rose Hill had the big rematch with Southwest Onslow. Orange and black everywhere you look. It's our Barber Hendrick Honda Blitz Premier matchup, and it would live up to the hype. Orange and black everywhere you looked at the corral. Well, first it would be Southwest
a good Halloween game.
Onslow. They had a scoreless first quarter until B.J. Jordan scores in the second. That had the cowbells ringing. Here comes Southwest Onslow, though. Matthew Baisden doing his thing, looking for his wide receiver, and he has it. But they didn't get the 2-point conversion, but back comes B.J. Jordan.
Over 2,000 yards rushing this year. That's unbelievable.
Gets his 3rd score. And, boy, he was feeling pretty good on the sidelines, but back comes Southwest. They would bang it in and score, and they're right back in that game. And then Basden, trying to do his thing, would go in, and we're all tied up 14-14 in the second half. Here comes Southwest again. This time, it's number 24 who takes it in.
No, that's actually Wallace.
Yeah, Wallace Rose Hill. Did I say Southwest?
You said Southwest.
I get confused. Charlie never gets confused when he's calling plays for his guys like B.J. Jordan. You hand it to number 25. That's his 3rd TD of the game. They get the 2-point conversion. They're up 29-20. Wallace having to score and get the 2-point conversion, but they are picked off, and that ends the 4-year state championship run. Darius Thomas, the interception, and Charlie Dempsey celebrating a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Proud of our kids. We kept fighting. We fought to the end. We didn't give in. And, weathered the storm in the first half. We came out and played the second half. We had a couple guys step up, defensive backs. First half was getting burned, made the corrections, came in, made some picks, and that was real big for us. Well, it's just, hey, being back 2 years back-to-back in the Eastern Finals, it's the 13th time in school history, and it feels good to, just get back there. That's where we belong.
Now listen, we made it this far.
I know that Coach Dempsey said that he was excited to be back, but what he said to me earlier this week was that this win over Wallace Rose Hill would be that statement win to bring this program to the next level.
Well, who will they face in the Eastern Regional Finals? Undefeated Kinston traveled to unbeaten at top seed Northeastern in Elizabeth City. And Kinston hoping to be able to match everything that Northeastern did. But here comes Aaron Harris, the touchdown for Northeastern. And then Kinston could not respond. Trayvon Freshwater headed to ECU. The defensive end picks it off. And then he would also score a bunch of touchdowns. And then Northeastern's Harris throws it to Quasi Thomas for a touchdown. And yeah, the Kinston Legends, they did not see their team pick up the win tonight, as Northeastern ends Kinston's season by the final of 40-0. So Southwest Onslow now has to go to Northeastern in Elizabeth City for the Eastern Final. They've done it before a couple years ago and picked up a win. We'll see. It's going to be a tough task next week. In the West, it is Brevard, the 8th seed, advances. They'll take on the Reedsville Rams, who were in the state championship game last year and lost to Wallace Rose Hill. Those two will meet in the Western Finals. Whew. We're just getting started here on the Blitz.
I know. It's a shame to see Kinston's 12-0 season end that way, though.
It happens. There's only 8 teams happy at the end of the year, the state champions, right? Well, we're going to find out who is still playing between Jacksonville and Havelock. They both had big Eastern Regional semifinals tonight. Those highlights coming up. But first, it's our fans in the stands, our Superior Metal Structure fans in the stands. Who is that, Ariel?
We're going to Jacksonville, where the Cardinals will see what those highlights look like next.
Count them up, Ariel. 3 guaranteed things in life. Got your death. Not a good thing. Taxes. Not a good thing. But Havelock making it to the Eastern Regional semifinals 9 of the last 10 years. It's almost guaranteed the Rams are going to be there. They were again tonight. Who would they face? It would be the Terry Sanford Bulldogs out of Fayetteville. And all those Rams came out trying to be intimidating. But you know, they actually fell behind. This is a rare deal. David John Hurts, the play-action TV pastor Rico Hobson, and all of a sudden, the visitors up 12-7. Caleb King says, let's go. Let me look at my play sheet and see. I'll just call for number 28 to run over the left side and go, oh, let's say 63 yards for the score. That put them up 14-12, but he wasn't done finding other weapons. Anthony Harris, the Tennessee-bound senior, could have played defense there, but showing off his arm on offense. Looking for Welton Spotsville. You know, he's headed to UNC on a football scholarship and showing well. That's a 67-yard hookup, 21-12 at the half. Former Havelock coach Charlie Smith back in the house, all smiles. But hold on, third quarter, David John Hurts, a couple of TDs, and Terry Sanford took a 26-21 lead. Santa Claus, he was wondering what was happening. He can predict naughty, he can predict nice, he couldn't predict who would win this one. Well, Anthony Harris, he had 3 rushing touchdowns, and the Havelock fans say, okay, we're back in front.
Is that considered naughty or nice?
That was nice if you're a Havelock fan. This was even nicer. Harris looking for Welton Spotsville again. Drew Dodder. We need more Drew Dodder highlights, and we got one. Alan Wilton, the Green Central coach, his brother Brent, coaches for Havelock, says, let's put this one to bed. Here comes Anthony Harris to Welton Spotsville for his second TD of the night. Harris had a rushing touchdown, and just like that, Havelock wins at 47-33 to get into their 9th Eastern Final in 10 years.
Senior leadership, you know, we put ourselves behind the chains a lot in the first half, you know, but we leaned upon Anthony, Terrence, Cam. You know, those guys did a great job for us. Can't speak enough about our offensive line and the way they took over the game in the end. Good job, son.
So Havelock back in the Eastern Finals. Who will they face, Ariel?
Well, next up, they're going to play the winner of the Eastern Alamance-Jacksonville game, which we saw in our fans in the stands, is at Jacksonville. Check this out, Kajir. Finister. We're going to give it off to Sinister Finister. He's in for the score, and Jacksonville goes up 7-3. Jakari Boone, he was the last quarterback that led them to the Eastern Regional Finals in 2016. And Justin Benton just helps him out to say, you know, I can follow in your footsteps, Jakari. Bo Williams says, let's not give up any points, defense. We're known for our defense this season. And 16-14, Eastern Alamance leads with 1:36 to go in the first half. And just like that, this is how it goes. 2 seconds left at the end of the towards the end of the first half. The lucky towel, the kicker, gives away so he can make his lucky kicks. And that's how the first half ends, on a field goal. So 3 extra points, and Jacksonville takes the lead. The Jacksonville defense, though, 17 points allowed in the first half, 0 points allowed in the second half.
That's a goose egg where we come from. Or where I come from.
you did live on a farm, but
yes, I did. Graham Brinker didn't live on a farm. He just scored a touchdown.
Graham Brinker, another multi-touchdown game, and this is Justin Benson's favorite play to run, the QB keeper. Well, actually, give it to Sinister Finister. The QB keeper's coming up next.
Sinister Finister's favorite play.
Yeah, he likes to take it outside, and Jacksonville, safe to say, offense comes alive in the second half, and they pick up the win by the final of 59-17. Bo Williams pretty thrilled to be back in the Eastern Regional Finals.
It's good when anytime you make it back to the Eastern Regionals. It's been a couple years for us now, so we're looking forward. Didn't make it there last year, lost this round, so just ready to go play whoever we got to play.
So, Brian, we have been waiting for this and hoping for this. Havelock, Jacksonville, next week.
It'll be at Rams Stadium, Wilbur Sasser Field. In the West, it will be Kings Mountain taking on the defending state champs, the Charlotte Catholic Cougars. All right, how about in 1A? That's where Pamlico hasn't been to an Eastern Regional Championship game since 2004. That was against Wallace Rose Hill, and that was quite a while ago. Well, they were in the Eastern semifinals hosting Gates County, which is Pamlico head coach's Tori Nowell's alma mater. And they're doing it again. They forgot the rest of the team, and they would need the rest of the team in this one. Well, maybe they would. Nice block for Lamont Murray to get in for the score.
Oh, of course. Dynamic.
And
right
these
there.
guys, there's a lot of weapons for a 1A team. That's Lamonte Lewis. As he comes into focus, he goes out of focus of Gates County's defense. You're not going to catch him on that touchdown. Well, they hope so. Let's finish the highlights first before we get too excited. Here comes Jarquez Jones in for the score. Then why not get everybody in the highlights? William Lovick is also going to score, and Pamlico wins in a rout 47-13 to get to their first Eastern Finals since 2004.
Great ball game for y'all. Hey, keep working hard. We got a long week of practice next week. I'm sure we're going to have rain. I'm sure it's going to be cold. I'm sure it's going to be nasty, but it don't matter, man. Because when you got that one purpose that we know we're going after, man, you just got to keep hunting. You know I'm going to ask for the ball.
Congratulations to Pamlico. Who will they play next, and where will they go? They'll be at home. Rosewood upsets the top seed Northampton. So for the first time ever, Pamlico will host an Eastern Regional Final. Robbinsville over Thomas Jefferson, and Murphy Mitchell. We're still waiting for that score to come in. We still have our bonus game and our Battle Royale to get to, but first, it's our Vidant Wellness Play of the Night, and it's going to be Darius Thomas picking off Wallace Rose Hill and ending their 4-year run of state championships. Southwest Onslow on to the Eastern Finals. We'll be right back. All right, let's go to the 1AA playoffs where Riverside and Edenton Homes had an interesting matchup. First time they played since 2012. The two schools separated by 37 miles. They probably should play more, and they had a good one on tap tonight. And close game. Let's check out Riverside on offense. Brandon Beach headed to Gardner-Webb looking for Naquan Burns, and it burns. They call it a touchdown. That's good for Riverside.
You know how I go. Blitz, Channel 12, man. Brian, know if he the man.
Thank you. I appreciate any help I can get. I'll help you come into my next contract negotiations. Meanwhile, Ethan Holmes is Kentrez Cotton. He's pretty good at that option deal. He's going to keep it. And Asim McGill knew after that it was all she wrote, as Edenton Holmes is going to pick up the win over Riverside 48-21. Paul Hoggart and company back in the Eastern Finals.
First of all, I'd like to talk a little bit about Riverside. I thought their kids came in with a great game plan. They played hard. It was a good football team that we beat tonight. And then our kids just hung in there, didn't get frustrated, kept plugging away, and we were able to come out on top.
So Edenton going to have a tough game next. We all know who it's going to be. Let's check out the highlights. Tarboro and North Stanley.
In case you want to say it how you wrote it, they'll play the winner of Tarboro and North Stanley. That's how you wrote it.
It's our bonus game. We all knew it was going to be Tarboro. The question is, would it be a running clock? They've had a running clock in every game but one this year. And here they come as Clifton Joyner Jr. is going to take it in for the touchdown. And the route was on. Here comes number 2. Where's number 2? There he is. Jaquaz Edge scores and then limps off. So let's give it to somebody else this time. How about number 3, Keon Caudle, who's going to throw it?
The ball.
They did throw it. Marquez Edge gets it, and Tarboro doesn't get the running clock. They win 28-0. Man, they got got things to work on.
Yeah, terrible.
They're gonna
no
host,
running clock. Come on, man.
Edenton Holmes in the 1AA Eastern Final next week. And the 1AA East
Step it up, Craddock.
West Final, East Surrey, the 4 seed, takes out the number 1 seed Mount Airy. They'll take on Starmount, who beat Polk County 21-7. So the regional finals are set. One last blitz to go next week, and we've got
I feel
some
like we've
interesting
seen
matchups.
a lot of 1 seeds go down.
That's how even things are this year, but still the cream rising to the crop. Jacksonville, Havelock, Southwest Onslow, Pamlico, Tarboro.
And the Blitz.
And the Blitz. We're number 1.